Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for Sunday, December 4th. We got a 6 game slate. We're jumping in. Um, we're starting with John Morant, 10-5, fine value, play him. Halliburton. Halliburton is 9,100, should play. I think he should play. Let's double check. Um, he's questionable. He played the last game, so I don't see any reason why he shouldn't play this game. Haven't heard of any setbacks, so he should be fine. 9,100. Price dropped a little bit. Play him. De'Aaron Fox. I like this game. A little bit of a game stack. 8,700. I'd run it back with Levine or one of the big three from the Bulls. Levine, DeRozan, one of them. Maybe throw in another King. So if you're playing many lineups, you want to take a shot at game stack in Sacramento and Chicago. Have at it. Simon doesn't play. He's going to be very popular after having a good game so far. He's having a good game so far at the time of me making this recording. So I know that he's going to be very popular on the next slate, which will be tonight. But he's still in play. 8,600. Mitchell, 8,500 in play. He loves playing in New York. He said it. He wanted to play for New York. So expect Mitchell to show out. I'm definitely going to have Mitchell in my lineups. Irving's in play, too cheap, playing Boston. You know he likes playing Boston. 8,200. And Garland, I won't mind running him next to Mitchell since all the offense is going to go through them. You know what I'm saying? 8K. So I like all those guys in the little mid-range tier right there. Fox, Simons, Mitchell, Kyrie, Garland. I'll have pieces of them in throughout my lineups, depending on how many lineups I play. Morant is a spend up, obviously, at 10-5. You got to find value for him. And Halliburton, because of his injury status, I probably won't go too crazy, but I'll have pieces of him. Brunson is too cheap. Westbrook, I don't need if Braun and AD are playing. He's been playing. Look, he's doing a lot for that team, coming off the bench, giving them energy, stabilizes the team when they're down, or helps them keep a lead. Now he's helping them keep a lead when he comes in. So he's doing a lot, but I can't pay $6,500 for him for fantasy. So in real life, I love what he's doing, but for fantasy, shit's still the same, buddy. Can't play you. So no Westbrook for me right now, unless one of AD and Braun are out. And still, that's even questionable because his role is not to come in and put up crazy amount of points. It's keep the team afloat. That's what his job is right now. So let's just see something real quick. Last 5 games, 23, 27, 40, 25, and 41. That means that the last 5 games he's hit value twice. That's what that means. So, you're taking a little bit of a gamble if you play Russell Westbrook. Ivy's in play, 6,500. Just make sure he starts. Killian Hayes is in play, 6,300. Malik Monk's in play. I like the matchup. I don't like the price, but I like the matchup. You want to run him and Fox against Levine and DeRozan if you have value. If your lineup could take that, then have at it. Alec Burks, you want to play Alec Burks on the 6 game slate? Have at it. I ain't gonna stop you. Brogdon, I skipped over Marcus Smart, didn't I? Marcus Smart, if he's in, he's an okay play, like below average. If he's out, Brogdon and White get a little bit of a bump, and so does Jaylen Brown and Tatum. They all get little bumps. Monte Morris is okay. Guards feast against LA, so I'd like Monte Morris for that, but he's as a player he's still ass. You know what I'm saying? So, if I was playing 10 lineups, I'd throw him in one. Quickly's in play. You want to take a shot. Schroeder, he's a little too pricey for me. And Ayo is coming off the bench now. How many minutes is he getting? Still getting over 20 minutes. So if you wanted to play Ayo as value, I ain't gonna be mad at you because there's no real obvious value on this slate. That's one thing I noticed when I was scanning through FanDuel. So if you're playing the slate, you're gonna have to do a little work. You know what I'm saying? And take some gambles. So it is what it is. every slate can't be easy, and that's fine. So we got Beal, 8,400, absolutely in play against the Lakers. Jaylen Brown is 8,300, too cheap, absolutely in play. I like this game also. Probably going to be a little bit more defensive minded on the Boston side. Don't know. I'm not going to say that Brooklyn can't play defense. All teams could play defense if they wanted to. So I'm looking at this game as a little bit more defensive minded. So I'll be careful going crazy on this game. Tatum is unstoppable. Brown's unstoppable. Durant and Kyrie's unstoppable. So those four you could play. The rest of those guys, I take it easy. Levine's in play, 7,100. Dylan Brooks, 5,900. He's okay. Buddy Hield's in play, 5,300. Royce O'Neal, if you need value, have at it. Matherin, if you need value. Herder's in play. Conchar's in play at 4,800. Lonnie Walker starting, very risky play, but he's a thing. He's a thing on the 6-game slate. He's a thing. LeVert is in play, 4,600. Joe Harris is in play, 4,400. Austin Reeves is risky, very risky, but he's 4,100. Nemhard is 4,100 if you need value. Kispert, if you need value, I prefer him to start. Seth Curry, 3,700. I think Caruso's starting now, but he got Caruso probable. Probable means they're more likely to play, but I still don't like messing with guys with messed up ankles, so I don't really need to play with Caruso when I have other guys that I could choose from. Beverly, I can't do. And I think we just need to go on to Will Barton, 3,100 for value. 16, 31, 18, 14, 21 minutes. I don't know. Just keep Will Barton in the back of your mind. If we get any type of news, I don't see anybody that's. Hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. I got something. Hold on. Uno momento. Nah, I don't have anything for you. Hold on. Let me just check Washington real quick. Trying to see if there'll be any reason why Barton would get a little bit of a bump, but I don't see it. Well, Hachimura, but you got Abdia. Yeah, you can't really play Barton. I'm sorry. I mean, if you're playing 20 lineup, you want to take a shot, you can't really play Barton. I don't see it. So Barton was 3,100. All right, so let's go to small forward. I was trying to make value for you guys, but there's no value to make there. So Durant, we just spoke about it, 10-8 in play. Tatum, 10-6, too cheap. LeBron, 10-3, too cheap. DeRozan, 81 is in play. Bogdanovich in play. He's pricey, but on a 6-game slate, if he's your last man in, so be it. Barrett, 6,100 is fine. Sadiq Bey, 5,300. He's an okay play. Nothing spectacular. Harrison Barnes, same thing, okay play. Winslow, I prefer. He has a heavy ceiling. He has a nice high heavy ceiling because he does a little bit of everything. Winslow's absolutely in play for me. I think TJ Warren plays 17 minutes, put up 16 minutes. That's almost one fantasy point per minute. 5,500. He's not going to be playing enough minutes to pay off his price tag, but when he does, when he starts getting full run, he might be, as long as his price is not too crazy, then you can start looking at him. My man hasn't played in like 3 years. Wow. Who else is here? Grant Williams? No way. Let's see. Quentin Grimes, if he starts, 3,800. I've added Patrick Williams for value. Have added Keegan Murray. I'm going to have to take a shot on because he's 3,600 and there's no real value. Trey Brown Jr., very risky, $3,400 starting for the Lakers. I probably couldn't do that. And I think let's go to power forwards. Kuzma 77 in play. Randall's in play. Evan Mobley with no Jared Allen gets a bump. I like Mobley a lot. Just gonna play him. Jeremy Grant in play. Jeremy Jackson Jr. is way too cheap, 6,600. Way too cheap, especially in that matchup. Um, Stewart, 5,600. You could take a shot. Kevin Love, you could take a shot. Jalen Smith, you could take a shot. Avdia, you could take a shot. Brandon Clark, if Steven Adams doesn't play, Brandon Clark is play tonight. Watford in play, 3,500. And I think we don't really need anybody else. Let's go to center. AD, man of the hour, 10-7 with LeBron. He's a good play. Without LeBron, he's a great play. Anthony Davis has just positioned himself as top 5 in the NBA. I'm not going to disrespect the players that have been playing great since the jump. You know, Luka, Tatum, Giannis, Curry, Ja's come down a little bit, but I'm not going to disrespect those players. AD has been the best player recently, but I'm not going to just put him as the best player in the league right now after everybody's been playing well. But the last 2 weeks, he's been unstoppable. He's been dominant. He's a top 5 player now, and that's that. He's 10-7. He should be 12K. Play AD. That's all I can say. On DraftKings, he's easy to get to. If it was one game, then you'd be like, all right, 2 games, 3 games, like 8 games in a row, 9 games in a row, AD's just been destroying everything in his path. As long as he's on this run, you play him. Sabonis is an okay play, 92. Porzingis is in play, 88. I like Porzingis against the Lakers. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Actually, if you want to do a little game stack with the Lakers and Washington, have at it. Just pick the right pieces. Kuz, Porzingis, Braun, AD, maybe Lonnie Walker because of his price tag. And if you're playing many lineups, you wanted to take a shot on Russell, you could, but very, very risky. Miles Turner's in play. Vooch is in play at 7K. Actually, a little bit too cheap. So I do like that Chicago-Sacramento stack also. Like I mentioned, Nurkic a little bit too cheap. Nurkic is in play. So there's a lot of mid-range plays here. No real value that stands out, but mid-range is here. Claxton, if you wanted to take a shot, I did mention a defensive-minded game between Boston and Brooklyn. Bagley, I think Bagley's been better. I haven't even been looking at him. I haven't even been paying attention to what he's been doing. Last 5 games, 33, 35, 40, 24, and 41. All right, so now he's ready to be played. But I'm not going to be playing you when you're playing like shit or can't stay on the floor. Well, he got himself together, and now Bagley's ready to join us. You see what I'm saying? So he's in the player pool. Steven Adams. If there's no Steven Adams, you play Brandon Clark. Al Horford, I don't really do. But on a short slate, if you wanted to take a shot on him, congratulations. Mitchell Robinson, I don't need. Jalen Duren, you want to take a shot on him? I don't know. If you wanted to take a shot, this is what I would do. I will wait. Until later, see if there's any value that pops up. But if Jalen Duren was your last man in, it's not the end of the world. And you might have Brandon Clark sitting right there at 3,700. So just keep him in the bottom of your player pool. I think that's it. I don't think we need to do anything else crazy. So I'm not going to put AD in this. I'm going to pick 5 guys that I like, but I'm going to pick up Brandon Clark instead of AD just to give you guys a little bit of flexibility. So let's put Brandon Clark at center just in case Adams doesn't play because he is questionable. I think he's questionable with a hip. Steven Adams is questionable due to right hip soreness. Da-da-da-da-da. First leg of a back-to-back in Memphis. Yeah, let me just put in Clark for now, and if Adams plays, then we'll figure it out. So let's put in Clark at 3,700 to give us a little bit of room, flexibility. Jaron Jackson was a little bit too cheap, and I like the matchup. So let's pick up Jaron Jackson. I do like Mobley too, but I like Jaron Jackson's price tag. And if there's no Adams, he gets a bump up also. So you kill two birds with one stone. Let's go to small forward. We could actually roster LeBron if we wanted to, but I do like Jaylen Brown. I like Jaylen Brown at 83. I like DeRozan for the matchup. Let's just pick up LeBron. Or should we pick up Tatum? Tatum is 10-6. Let's pick up Tatum. Let's stop playing. Shooting guard. Levine is 71. Ivy, Brooks, Hield, Matherin. We got a couple of dollars to play with because of Brandon Clark. So let's just not be. You know what? Let's play both of them, Brown and Tatum. And at point guard, let's go in the mid range and let's pick up maybe Brunson. Can we do Brunson? Yes, we could. So we got Brunson, 6,900, too cheap. Cleveland is a little bit of a tough matchup, but you know Brunson is responsible. I'm sure he'll do what he needs to do. I'm not worried about Brunson. You got Jaylen Brown and Tatum. You know, offenses they have all the usage for Boston, and it should be a close, important game. So they should be on the floor, you know, damn near 40 minutes for both of them. Got Jaron Jackson Jr. 6,600, too cheap again in a great matchup against Detroit. Got Brandon Clark. If there's no Steven Adams, and Brandon Clark doesn't start for some reason, I still like him. But if he starts, $3,700 starting center on a 6-game slate, that's all the value you need right there. So let's go to FanDuel. I did have 5 guys picked out. Pretty much almost the same, except for Kyrie and Levine. But I do like Levine on DraftKings also. So we're doing Kyrie, who's a little bit too cheap at 81, and you know he's playing Boston, so he should definitely be motivated for that. Zach LaVine at 7,300 in a great matchup against Sacramento. That should be a back and forth game, so that should fall right into Levine's lap. Jaylen Brown a little bit too cheap for what he's going to be needed to do against Brooklyn at 8,400. Brandon Clark, if there's no Steven Adams, Brandon Clark at 4,400 is a good play. And I like Jaron Jackson at 7,800 on FanDuel, so I love his DraftKings price even more. Let's see if we get somebody a little bit cheaper at center on FanDuel. Let's see. Porzingis, Randall, Vooch, Mobley, Jaron Jackson. You know what the thing is with Jaron Jackson? I'm putting it back in the matchup. He's gonna destroy Detroit. That's what it is. He's gonna destroy Detroit on both ends. What is Isaiah Stewart gonna do with Jaron Jackson and Brandon Clark? Absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna stick with the 5 guys that I like. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. That definitely helps the channel out a lot. If you're having trouble cashing and you need some help, you can check out my Patreon, linked in the description. Basically, I'll send you my final, complete, optimal, up-to-date lineups. Send them to you right before lock, so you don't have to worry about it. Or I could build you your own lineup for FanDuel, DraftKings, SuperDraft, or Yahoo, whatever you need. Or you could DM me on Twitter. We'll figure it out. We'll work it out. But you know what? That's all I got for you today. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Hope you cashed. Hope you were profitable. I'm going to go on and get out of here and let y'all do what y'all need to do. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Ciao.